Hello everyone, how are you? Thank you for stopping by my channel. And this is Kaylania, and my channel is The Blessed Driver. And just to give you guys a quick FYI, I will be changing the title of my YouTube channel relatively soon. So just in case you guys are looking for me in the very near future, as far as The Blessed Driver, that's going to change eventually. However, I'm going to talk with you guys about iVueIt. This is a gig-based app that you guys can make a little extra cash with. But before I get into the details of that, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also hit that thumbs up button if you have liked this video. Okay, so iVueIt. Now, iVueIt is very similar to Observa and also some of the other app-based gigs where you can just hop on and make a few extra dollars by completing tasks. Okay, even Field Agent is very similar to it. And so, without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and get into the meat of this video and kind of give you an overview of how the app works. Now, before I dive deep into the explanation of this app, you can also find it on the Apple Store or the iTunes Store, whatever you call it. And you can also find it on the Google Play Store. And I'm sure some of you guys are going to ask me, have you done this before? Have you completed any tasks? No, I have not necessarily, but I do know my way around the app. And so let's get into the video. Okay, so now I have, once you've already downloaded the app and you've already signed up and completed the necessary requirements that they're asking you for, they're going to ask you, for like your name, your address, and all that other kind of stuff. And also, they're going to ask you what type of payment you want to use. And then usually I want to say they pay out by PayPal and Venmo if I'm correct. And so once you've completed all the necessary steps to get signed up with iVueIt, they're going to, of course, ask you for your location and where you want to sign up for tasks. And as you guys know, that I am in the Central Florida area, and so this is where I am right now. And so it's going to give you different tasks to complete from different companies. And so you kind of like can pick and choose where you want to go. Now, what you want to do is once you open up the app and kind of set your location, and if you go down here to the bottom right, you see like these little tick marks where you can kind of adjust something. Now, these are your search settings. Okay. Now you can show claimed views or show dormant views. And so you can adjust this. If you do not want to see claimed views on your screen, you can just take that off and disable it. And if you want to show dormant views, you can also take that off. Or if you don't, rather. And so you can adjust it however you want. But if you want to just only show what's available, you can just do it that way. And you can also adjust your notification preferences, meaning that you're able to pick and choose when you want to see notification. Now, the notifications will pop up on your phone just like any other notification. And you can also adjust the radius and how far you want to conduct tasks. Now, you can go up to 50 miles. Again, guys, this is totally up to you. And I'm sure that there are going to be many people that are going to say, okay, well, you have to think about gas, you have to think about this. I mean, you choose where you want to go, you choose what you want to do, and you have to factor in, of course, the cost of gas and all the other kind of stuff. So that's going to be up to you to decide. You do not have to go that far, okay, to complete a task. But I'm just going to show you guys what it would look like, especially if you chose a radius up to 50 miles. Again, this is optional. Okay, now, you can also enable commuter mode. Now, if you don't know what that is, let's click on the I. What commuter mode is it basically says it here. Commuter mode is an optional setting you can enable that allows iVueIt to notify you of views nearby while you're on the go. Normally, iVueIt only notifies you when a view is nearby your saved location. With commuter mode, iVueIt checks where you are about every 15 minutes and uses the location to find nearby views for you to complete. This setting is highly recommended for viewers who want to up their game and become preferred viewers. So if you are mobile and if you're going to different areas within your state or maybe even out of state and you want to maybe conduct a couple of views, you're able to do that. So for instance, if I'm in Florida and I decide to go outside of Orlando, maybe go to Miami or maybe go somewhere in Georgia or California, whatever, iVueIt is able to determine where you are and just notify you if there's anything available in your area. That's pretty much about it. Pretty self-explanatory. And you can also get a notification radius. I'm going to click on that. And I think that's pretty self-explanatory, but let's click on that. And it says, what is a notification radius? The notification slider can be used to set the distance from your location in which you would like to be notified of new views. And that's about it. Okay. Again, guys, with iVueIt, you can just kind of go on the app and just see what's available in your area. Okay. And you click on my views. Right now, I do not have any. Now, once you conduct a view, which I will get into here in a second, you'll see what you have available based upon what views you have claimed. And once you have completed the views, you go into in review and it'll show you what's been completed, etc. Okay. And I'll get into the other stuff later. You can click on this little button here, the little blue button, but I have to zoom out. So I'm just clicking on my screen and zooming out with my fingers. Now, the closest views that I see right here in the Central Florida area, it's near Kissimmee, which is a ways away. There's one not too far from Disney. And then there's one out this way, which is near Kissimmee, it looks like. St. Cloud, actually, past St. Cloud, which is pretty far. And so what I want to do is I want to click on this little one over here near Disney. Now, this doesn't look like much. Of course, these views vary in pay range. So you might have some that are a couple dollars here and there. Again, you will not become rich off of making money off of this. You're not going to become very wealthy. It's just if you want to earn a couple bucks, if you have some extra time on your hands just to find something to do, or maybe if you're a stay-at-home parent or, college student, whatever, you just want to make a few extra dollars, this is what you do. So what it looks like is LDS Church landscape view, Windermere, Florida. Okay. Now, Windermere is actually, if anyone that lives here in Orlando or is very familiar with the Orlando area or in Florida, you know that Windermere is a very, very upscale area. It is where celebrities live. A lot of very well-known people live there, and even Tiger Woods lived in Windermere. But I do not think he lives here anymore. And so, well-known area. So besides the point, let's see here. This shows the address and it shows what type of job you have to do. Now, whenever you click on the button or like the green button, you'll see the type of view. Up top, it'll say daytime, nighttime, or whatever, and when the view must be completed. Okay, it gives you the view number, which is up top. It gives you the business or general location with the address. And it also shows you how many miles away that the view will be conducted based upon where you are. It shows you the payout, which is down here to the left. And it also shows you, which is very important, the time the view must be completed between. Now, most of the times, whenever you have to conduct a view, you will have to do it between certain times of the day, which will include when the sun is up. So you might not be able to do it when the sun goes down. Depending on what state you're in or whatever, there are some places where it gets dark relatively quickly. It might get dark at 6 o'clock. It depends on where you are. So these are usually the days where times where you're able to complete the view within that allotted time. So if you go down to description, you'll see where it says, please review the attached PDF for example photos. And now it tells you what you have to do. Your photos should be very similar to the ones here. And you must get out of your vehicle, no photos through windshields or with car mirrors. So what it's asking you to do is basically take photos of the landscape at this particular church. Okay. And you can click on preview. Now, when you click on preview, it says, whoa, you're more than a quarter mile from the street view. Please ensure you're at the right location. Now, I'm not even there. But this basically shows you what you have to do. And there will be a PDF attached for what you have to do and what type of photos or whatnot that the company is requesting, okay? Now it says, please review the attached PDF for example photos. Your photos should be very similar to the ones here. You must get out of your vehicle, no photos through windshields or car mirrors. Again, now it says tap here for instructions. Did you review the instructions? Yes or no. It says take 1 to 2 photos of your phone to low to the ground showing grass height. You got to take pictures of that. Okay. Sorry. I have all these emails. Now it just basically shows you all the things you have to do to conduct the view. Now, some of these, it's kind of extensive, okay? You might take one photo of this, one photo of that, and then it may show you have to take 12 to 14 photos of something. You have to take a photo. Now this is showing you have to take a photo of the grass-free, trash, leaves, and weeds. You know, it's asking you, is the landscape free of trash, leaves, and weeds? And you can say yes or no. Has it been mowed recently? It's just basically asking you of the landscape, okay? And you have to answer 13 questions. Now, even though you may think, oh, 13 questions really isn't that bad, but you do have to do quite an extensive amount of work, okay? And so I'm going to scroll back up. And again, now this is asking you to take quite an expensive amount of photos. And, you know, I can click on that and it'll show me an example of what they're looking for. All you have to do is tap on that of what you're looking for, and I think you have to open it up by your email, and then it's going to give you a PDF document so you can view it. That's all you have to do is show you. I'm sorry, guys, I'm tongue-tied. So all you have to do is just click that open, and it's going to show you the requirements of what they're looking for. Make sure that whatever it is that you're doing, you do it exactly the way that they're asking you to, okay? Because if you don't, they may not end up compensating you for all the work that you've done. Now, for $7, I think this is pretty low for $7. This is quite a bit of work just to be getting paid $7. I'm assuming that something like this is going to take you about maybe 15 to 30 minutes. It might not even take that long. But you have to also think about the fact that after you conduct the view, you have to hop back on the app and enter all these questions, upload photos and things like that. So I'm going to say between maybe 30 minutes at the most, and so once you complete all of that, then you just submit it, and then I'm going to go back. And so it's going to ask you to go back into my views, and then you'll see if it's in review or it's been completed. So once it's in review, then that's when you'll know if it's been accepted and approved. Okay. So if it hasn't been approved, you might have to go back to do it, or it might be up for grabs for somebody else to do, or you may have to go back and, figure out, how to fix that. But let's go back into the screen here, and I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Now here's one over here in St. Cloud. Again, this is $7. This is another LDS church. And if you guys are wondering, what is LDS? It's Latter-day Saints. Okay. And so, it's asking for almost probably the same thing. This is for the landscape, and that's kind of how that works. And so now that you guys kind of see how it works, again, this varies. Now let's go up here. Now I would not go this far. Y'all, but let's click on the one in Palatka. Now this is a Dollar General. Now, actually it's in St. Augustine, but it's near Palatka. So, now this is a Dollar General. They're asking for landscape. Once again, it's paying $7. And so keep in mind that the photos that you take have to be really good quality. They can't be blurry or anything like that. And, same thing. They're asking you for, okay, so tap here for the letter of authorization. Now, I have done actually a couple of views, even when I was doing Observa, and I also did some things with, I can't think of the name of the company, it's on the tip of my tongue, but you have to print out a letter of authorization, meaning that if you go into a business, they're going to ask you who you work for. You just basically show the management that form, and that you are authorized to conduct a view, or you're there to conduct a observation or whatnot, survey, whatever. So that way they know that you're with a third-party company just working. So you're not just in there taking pictures and doing stuff, And so you can print that out, or you can just show them on your phone. And they're asking for 15 photos. They're asking you for all this stuff. Just basically just doing like an audit. That's pretty much what it is. All these companies are doing just audits, Again, this is $7. This is the time they want you to complete it in, 8 to 8:30, and you can do that whenever you like. And so if you go to Middleburg, same thing, Dollar General. Let's go over to this area Now this is further up. This is actually getting outside of Florida, but you're still in Florida. This is a little past Gainesville, a Dollar General, Landscape, same thing. You know, same concept. So I think you guys kind of get the gist of how this works. You know, you can just pick and choose things to do. Now this is near Port St. Lucie. Let's click on that. This is paying $8, $1 more. Doesn't mean that's any better, but you're doing a parking lot view at Home Depot. Okay, Home Depot. Let's click on that. It's going to ask you for instructions. You click on that, which I'm not going to do. And again, now this is asking for the parking lot cleanliness. And so you can't take any zoomed in photos. This is, don't focus on the landscaping, but focus on what you see in the parking lot. Okay. When you click on that, it's going to ask you for it's going to give you the instructions. And so I'm not going to download that information, but this isn't asking for too much. I mean, you might have to take a few photos here and there, you know, but that's not too bad. This isn't too bad because this is only like a few things here and there. I mean, $8, but still, you know, you guys have to also think about, you know, how many views are in your area that you can do. And, you know, because if you're doing maybe one view a day or something like that, or if you want to do more, just try to do something that's within your generalized area. Like I wouldn't go do one and then go do another one that's like 30 or 40 miles away. I just wouldn't do it. So anyway, and I'm sure that you guys are probably wondering, well, do you do these, or how many have you done? Is it worth it? Honestly, guys, this is just for information purposes only. And so I have kind of gotten out of the gig lifestyle. I want to say last year was really like my last year, but I just provide this information to you guys in case you wanted to have something to do on the side, especially for those who aren't able to work a full-time job, or maybe someone who just wants to make a few extra dollars just to have something to do, you know, just for you guys. Okay. So I can't judge anybody for what they choose to do, but this is just to help you out. Okay. Now, if I want to get outside of that, I could, but I don't see anything outside of Florida. But this is kind of like based upon where you are. And so I'm just trying to zoom into Georgia because that's one of my favorite states, because I grew up in Georgia. And actually, I grew up right around here, Warner Robins Air Force Base. So yeah, all I see is things right here in Florida. So I'm sure as you travel, they're going to present to you more opportunities if they're available in that area. I'm just going to kind of zoom out of Florida and see what else they have. But I think right now it's just going to kind of like focus on where you are. Okay. Or like where you live. And so that's kind of how that works. Now, as far as payout goes, you go into wallet. All right. And you're going to see some parts here that are blurred out because it has my phone number here. But what you do is you go down to payouts. It shows you when they paid you out, but I don't have anything there. Adjustments, meaning like if they have added any bonuses, or maybe if they didn't pay you correctly, they give you anything like that, or just maybe they're only paying you a portion of what you did. I don't know. So it just shows you all those things. Okay. Earnings. Now, if you click on earnings, it shows you the entire earnings that you've made. And then of course, like I said, you know, you get paid out by PayPal. Now, the reason why I'm going to show you guys this part is because I know people are going to ask, they're going to make comments. Well, how do I get paid? Because most people ask questions in the comment box without actually going into these apps to look for the information themselves. You know, so, and they also give you a rating, how much you've accepted, which is important. Before I get into that, how does my viewer rating work? You are rated. The viewer rating is the percentage of the accepted views submitted by you. If your rating is 80% above, you are considered a preferred viewer. Preferred viewers see new views sooner and have access to high skill views. So that's just what it is. Okay. Now, payout. I'm going to click on the help section. Okay, guys. Hey guys. So what I had done was, instead of going through all of that, once you click on the help button, it will take you to your text message area where you can actually text your recruiter or someone who is in charge of your region. And so once you click on the help, it sends you directly to the text message box where you can text for any help or situations you're going through with the iVueIt app. Once your task is completed, you just request a payout. I think there's a certain amount you have to get to cash out, if I'm correct. But you know, just make sure that you set all that stuff up in your account, because you want to make sure that you get paid. And all you have to do is just go into settings, which I don't have pulled up right now, But if you do want to look into that, just go into viewer profile, click up top. It shows that I'm a standard viewer. And if you want to change anything, you click on settings. And you can also manage your internal networks. So you can join networks, but I'm not going to do all that. I'm not going to get into all that stuff because you can do that on your own. You can join networks that basically like support each other for viewers. And if you need to contact support, you can. You click on that, and it's going to send you to a place where you can send a text message from a phone number. You know, you guys can pick and choose if you want to make a little extra cash. But again, this is just not something that I would say that would generate you a whole lot of money. Because this is very time consuming. And so this is for people who have a lot of time in their hands, who just want to make a little extra cash. And again, you know, you guys can kind of pick and choose what you want. So if you are wondering how you get paid from iVueIt, you are paid by PayPal, which is pretty simple and easy to get. So make sure that you have your PayPal account set up with them. And then once you get signed up with them, you know, you'll go through all the necessary steps to enter in your payment information and stuff like that. And that's how they're going to send you your funds. And so, you know, that's a pretty simple and easy little task to complete. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, don't forget to share and like this if you have enjoyed the video. Subscribe, and I do have more content coming for you. I know it's been a while. I've been MIA for a while, but I've been busy, a busy woman. And so I do have other stuff to share with you guys. So thank you for stopping by my channel. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.